Indiana Jones has finally been revealed, and in this video I'll give you my opinion on the game. It will be a shorter video, mind you, but let's dive right in. So we've been given a first look at the Indiana Jones game, now titled Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It looks decent with the visuals, it's coming later this year, and Indy himself looks reminiscent of Harrison Ford in the films. But the gameplay isn't exactly what I expected. I didn't expect the game to be first person. And I'm not saying I dislike first person games, but I think games with platforming, puzzles and things that usually are in games like Uncharted and Tomb Raider should always be in third person and not first person. There are third person parts there for traversal segments and the cutscenes, but it wasn't necessarily what I hoped for. And I do understand that machine games don't want to move out of their comfort zone, since all they can do is first person games like Wolfenstein. Also, they could be simply wanting to make the game more unique, which I don't get because gameplay should be familiar, otherwise we can't play the darn game properly, and really in my opinion it's the narrative and story that should be unique. But I have seen comments all over social media that if it was third person then it would be an Uncharted clone, which doesn't make sense because then with that logic Uncharted is a Tomb Raider clone, and mind you, without Tomb Raider Uncharted wouldn't be what it is now. I also don't really get this, because why criticize others for having an opinion that Indy should be in third person? Because no one does that when it comes to other third person games. Is Mass Effect a Gears of War clone for having squad mates and because it's in third person? Is the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy an Uncharted clone for trying to copy their style? What about Blade? Blade is in third person made by a studio experienced in first person and no one said it's a clone. What about Horizon? No one complained about it being third person instead of first person, which Guerrilla Games are experienced with. It doesn't really make sense. I understand the point that machine games will go with what they can do, but what I really don't like is when people start talking about, oh, it would be an Uncharted clone if it was third person. So again, I really don't like that. And Indiana Jones is the mother of both of them because neither would exist without Indy. So realistically you would want Indy in third person, but it is what it is. The story looks great though. It makes complete sense setting it in between Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Lost Crusade, considering there was a gap to be explored. And also, for those who didn't know, Temple of Doom is not a sequel, it's actually a prequel. So that's why it's in between Raiders and the Lost Crusade. The story feels like a proper film that we have needed, and I would think this is better than the Dial of Destiny. Also, Indy is being voiced by none other than Troy Baker, the voice of Joel in The Last of Us. And I must say, he has put some good effort because I literally thought it was archived Harrison Ford lines. But yeah, I think this game has some good potential. However, I am still not over it being first person. I feel like it could have easily been like Fallout, where the game was initially built as an FPS, but with the option for third person. I am still excited for the game though, might play it sometime after it comes out and I hope it does well. It's also confirmed as a Xbox exclusive, which wasn't a complete surprise for me considering Xbox owns Bethesda and Machine Games, and it wasn't going to change how I think because it's not the platform that matters, it's the game. If the game is good and the platform may not have much, then I'll play it, but if the game is bad and the platform has the best exclusives and is the most popular, then absolutely not. So even if Xbox lacks in exclusives compared to PlayStation, it won't stop me from checking out both their games. And I'm not one of those console warriors who constantly argue about which platform does this best and blah blah blah. I'm just a guy who loves games, no matter what they are released on. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, smash the bell button, give your thoughts on the video in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Take care.